this tow truck is pulling this motorhome from the side of the road, and it also says the slope is the same as the total pulling force. This is 30 degree as well, and this motorhome is 20,000 pounds total weight going downwards. So it is also asking, it is actually asking the amount of friction you need between the tow truck and the road surface to basically handle this scenario. To calculate that, first we have to find out the total pulling force in this direction. That is the direction suggested, that all these different wires, they are actually, the resultant is acting at 30 degree. If you want to calculate that, so there is a component of this load going downwards. So that would be, so if this is 30 degree, that would be 60 degree. So simply that component along this line of the pulling force would be simply 20,000 times cosine 60 degree or sine 30 degree, which is then 10,000 pounds. So total pulling force, it says the resistance between the slope of the side and this motorhome is 10,000 pounds. So the friction force is 10,000 plus its weight adding another 10,000. So total 20,000 pound pulling force needed for this particular scenario. And however, the question is asking, what is the minimum friction required between the tow truck and the road surface? So what is that minimum friction right here? To do that, this tow truck is applying a pulling force of 20,000 pounds total under this situation. So that we can resolve into two different directions. That is 30 degree. So if we resolve that in this direction, that's going to be 20,000 cosine 30 degree, and the vertical direction would be 20,000 sine 30 degrees, sine 30 half. So the vertical component would be 10,000 pounds. And this component I calculated 17,321 pounds. Now, because of all this pulling force, this is the resultant force. So what's going to happen when it's trying to pull this way, the same pull force will go in this direction. So this whole thing, this motorhome and all this resistance, is weight, it will try to pull the tow truck towards the ditch. So you need some friction to resist that. So this is the amount of minimum friction you need between the tow truck and the road surface. As you can see here, there are some metal pieces that actually here, because this tire has load capacity, they cannot handle maybe 10,000 pounds of this much load, additional load, in addition to the tow truck weight. So this post right here, yellow color post, will carry some of this weight component that is added, 10,000 pound additional due to this. So this pulling force actually do an opposite reaction force downward, and the friction force will be in this way. So that 17,000 pounds between the road and the tow truck is required to maintain that 20,000 pull force under this situation.